Welcome. Today, I invite you on an expansive journey into the heart of Stoic compassion, a transformative approach that calls on us to extend empathy, build genuine connections, and bridge the divides that fragment our modern world. In these turbulent times, when polarizing forces, social discord, and personal isolation seem to be on the rise, the ancient wisdom of the Stoics offers us a powerful antidote. It teaches us that compassion is not a passive sentiment, but an active, courageous choice rooted in the understanding of our shared humanity. At its essence, Stoic compassion is grounded in the belief that every human being, regardless of background or circumstance, is connected by a common thread of experience. The Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, among others, reminded us that while we cannot control the external world, we have absolute mastery over our inner lives. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. In the realm of compassion, this means that every challenge or misunderstanding is not an insurmountable barrier, but a doorway to deeper empathy and personal growth. Imagine a world where each day begins not with judgment or haste, but with a deliberate pause, a quiet moment to reflect on our common struggles and shared joys. Picture yourself, at the break of dawn, setting aside time to meditate on the interconnectedness of all life. In these precious moments of solitude, you ask yourself, what does it mean to truly understand another? How can I see beyond my own perspective and appreciate the inner world of those around me? This simple, yet profound, practice of self-reflection is the cornerstone of Stoic compassion. It teaches you to recognize your own vulnerabilities and, in doing so, to extend a sincere, empathetic hand to others. The practice of journaling is integral to this journey. By putting your thoughts and feelings on paper, you create a mirror of your inner life, a record that not only captures your daily experiences but also reveals the underlying patterns of emotion and behavior. Over time, your journal becomes a trusted companion, showing you how moments of anger, frustration, or sorrow can be transformed through reflection into opportunities for understanding and growth. It is in these pages that you learn to identify the roots of your judgments and to discover that many of the conflicts you encounter arise from a shared human frailty. This realization paves the way for genuine compassion, one that is not diminished by criticism but is enriched by empathy. Mindfulness, too, plays a critical role in fostering compassion. In our modern society, our minds are constantly pulled in 1,000 directions by buzzing phones, endless notifications, and the ceaseless chatter of social media. Yet, the Stoic path calls for a return to presence, a commitment to fully experiencing the here and now. When you practice mindfulness, you learn to observe your thoughts and emotions as they arise, without the immediate impulse to judge or react. You begin to see that behind every harsh word or seemingly callous action lies a person grappling with their own fears and uncertainties. This awareness is the bedrock of empathetic connection. It opens your heart to the idea that, despite our differences, we all share the same basic need for kindness and understanding. Stoic compassion extends beyond our inner practices and into the very fabric of our external lives. In a world that often emphasizes competition over collaboration, the Stoic philosophy urges us to look beyond our individual pursuits and to invest in our communities. The ancient Stoics practiced cosmopolitanism, the idea that we are all citizens of one vast human community, united by our common rationality and destiny. This perspective encourages you to see each interaction as an opportunity for meaningful exchange. When you approach conversations with a genuine curiosity about another's experience, you lay the groundwork for a deeper connection, one that transcends superficial differences and taps into the shared human spirit. In practical terms, consider the power of active listening. In many of our daily interactions, we are quick to form opinions and even quicker to respond without truly hearing what the other person is saying. The Stoic approach challenges you to slow down and give your full attention to the person before you. Listen not just to their words, but to the emotions and intentions that underlie them. By doing so, you create an environment of trust, a space where individuals feel seen, heard, and valued. This simple act of listening can transform personal relationships, diffuse potential conflicts, and foster a culture of empathy and mutual respect. Moreover, embracing Stoic compassion means learning to manage and even transform conflict. In a divided world, disagreements and misunderstandings are inevitable. Yet, the Stoics teach us that conflict is not inherently destructive. It can be an opportunity to practice patience, humility, and forgiveness. When tensions rise, rather than reacting with anger or defensiveness, pause and reflect on the situation. Ask yourself, what is the true cause of this discord? How can I respond in a way that honors both my integrity and the humanity of the other? By viewing conflict as a catalyst for deeper understanding rather than as a threat, you empower yourself to transform challenges into bridges of connection. Technology, too, has a profound impact on our capacity for compassion. While digital platforms have the power to bring people together, they often do so in ways that are impersonal and divisive. The Stoic response is to engage with technology mindfully, to use it as a tool for genuine communication rather than as a substitute for face-to-face interaction. By setting boundaries for digital engagement and prioritizing meaningful conversations, you can help cultivate an online environment that mirrors the empathy and understanding found in traditional Stoic practices. This might mean scheduling regular unplugged periods where you disconnect from social media, or actively curating your digital spaces to include content that inspires thoughtful dialogue and reflection. As you integrate these practices into your daily life, you will likely notice a profound shift in how you relate to others. The habits of mindful reflection, active listening, and deliberate engagement begin to erode the walls of judgment and isolation. Instead of viewing others through a lens of suspicion or indifference, you start to see the common humanity that binds us all, a realization that sparks a deeper, more genuine form of connection. With each act of compassion, whether it's a kind word to a stranger or a supportive conversation with a friend, you contribute to a legacy of empathy that has the power to heal divisions and foster unity. In this journey toward cultivating Stoic compassion, every challenge becomes an opportunity for growth. Every moment of disagreement is a chance to practice forgiveness and to understand that true strength lies in the ability to be gentle with both oneself and with others. The legacy of the Stoics teaches us that our greatest power is not in resisting the world's challenges, but in meeting them with an open heart and a reflective mind. Through continuous self-improvement and deliberate action, you build an inner reservoir of strength that not only enriches your own life, but also radiates outward, inspiring those around you to live with greater empathy and understanding. Imagine a future where your relationships are defined not by superficial interactions or fleeting judgments, but by deep, enduring connections rooted in genuine compassion. Visualize a community where every person is valued for who they are, where differences are celebrated as opportunities for learning, and where conflicts are resolved through dialogue and mutual respect. This is the vision of a Stoic legacy, a world transformed by the simple, powerful act of extending kindness and understanding to all. By choosing to embrace Stoic compassion, you are committing to a way of living that challenges the status quo. You are choosing to look beyond the surface, to question the narratives that divide us, and to build bridges of empathy that can span even the widest chasms. This journey is not easy. It requires courage, persistence, and an unwavering commitment to self-reflection. But every step you take in this direction is a victory, a quiet rebellion against the forces of division and a declaration that your inner life, rich in empathy and understanding, is the true measure of your strength. As you reflect on your own experiences, ask yourself, how can I cultivate a deeper sense of compassion? What practices can help me see the world and those around me with clearer, kinder eyes? Perhaps it begins with a simple act, pausing before you respond in anger, listening fully to someone's story, or even reaching out with a gesture of kindness to someone in need. Each mindful act contributes to a larger tapestry of connection and mutual growth, a tapestry that is as resilient as it is beautiful. The teachings of the ancient Stoics remain as relevant today as they were millennia ago. Their wisdom shows us that while we cannot control the external world, we can always choose how we engage with it. In doing so, we create a legacy of compassion, a legacy that not only transforms our personal lives, but also has the power to heal and unite communities. As you integrate these timeless lessons into your daily practice, you are building something far greater than mere personal success. You are creating a ripple effect that can inspire a more empathetic, connected, and compassionate world. As we continue this journey, let us turn our focus to the practical steps that enable us to embody Stoic compassion every day. One of the most effective practices is to cultivate the art of active listening. In our hurried lives, conversations are often rushed, leaving little room for genuine understanding. Imagine instead a dialogue where you pause to truly absorb another's words, where you set aside preconceived notions and allow the speaker's emotions and experiences to resonate with you. This deliberate attention not only validates the feelings of others but also deepens your own self-awareness. By training yourself to listen attentively, you build bridges of understanding that can transform conflicts into opportunities for growth and healing. In tandem with active listening, the practice of reflective journaling plays a vital role in nurturing compassion. Every evening, dedicate time to record your interactions and the emotions they stirred within you. Reflect on moments when you may have reacted with haste or judgment, and consider how a more measured, empathetic response might have altered the outcome. Over time, this habit will reveal patterns in your behavior, guiding you to refine your responses and build a deeper reservoir of empathy. Your journal becomes a trusted companion, a mirror reflecting both your vulnerabilities and your progress toward a more compassionate self. Another key element is embracing vulnerability as a strength. The Stoics teach that acknowledging our own imperfections is not a sign of weakness, but a pathway to authenticity and connection. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, when you share your struggles, fears, and hopes, you invite others to do the same. This mutual openness breaks down barriers and fosters relationships built on trust and genuine care. Consider making a conscious effort to engage in conversations where you express not only your thoughts but also your true feelings. In doing so, you create a space where empathy flourishes, and the differences that once divided you begin to fade in the light of shared human experience. Moreover, the cultivation of compassion extends into our approach to conflict. In a world where disagreements often escalate into bitter divisions, the Stoic method offers a refreshing alternative. When confronted with conflict, take a moment to step back and examine the situation with a calm, reflective mind. Ask yourself, what is the root of this disagreement? How can I respond in a way that honors both my integrity and the humanity of the other? This process of mindful inquiry transforms potential flashpoints into opportunities for constructive dialogue. Rather than reacting impulsively, you can approach the situation with the goal of understanding, fostering resolution that benefits everyone involved. The digital age presents its own challenges for compassion. Social media and online interactions frequently amplify misunderstandings and foster division. However, by applying Stoic principles to our digital lives, we can turn these platforms into avenues for genuine connection. Curate your online spaces to favor thoughtful, respectful discourse. Set aside time to disconnect from the constant barrage of notifications and engage instead in meaningful conversations, be it through supportive online communities or private discussions with friends. In doing so, you not only protect your mental well-being but also contribute to a more compassionate digital culture. Community engagement is another powerful way to practice Stoic compassion. The ancient Stoics championed cosmopolitanism, the idea that every human being is part of one vast, interconnected community. This perspective encourages you to reach out beyond your immediate circle, to participate in activities that foster unity and mutual support. Whether it's volunteering for a local cause, joining a discussion group on philosophy, or simply taking time to help a neighbor in need, each act of service reinforces the understanding that our well-being is inextricably linked to that of others. When we invest in our communities, we build networks of support that not only uplift us in times of need, but also create a ripple effect of empathy and positive change throughout society. Integrating these practices into your daily life requires a conscious commitment to self-improvement. Set aside regular intervals for self-assessment, moments when you reflect on your progress in cultivating empathy and adjusting your behaviors. These reflective pauses are crucial for recognizing both your achievements and the areas where you can grow further. Over time, this iterative process of reflection and adjustment will fortify your inner strength and help you maintain a steady course toward a more compassionate existence. Let us also consider the role of gratitude in this journey. Gratitude has the remarkable ability to shift your focus from what divides you to what unites you. Each day, make it a practice to acknowledge the small blessings, be it the kindness of a friend, the beauty of a shared smile, or the quiet support of a meaningful conversation. This practice not only enhances your mood, but also builds an emotional resilience that bolsters your capacity for empathy. Gratitude transforms your perspective, making you more receptive to the goodness in others and more aware of the interconnected nature of our human experience. As you integrate these practices, envision the transformation they bring. Imagine a day when every interaction, no matter how brief, becomes an opportunity for genuine connection. Visualize yourself responding to conflict with calm understanding and listening deeply to every story shared with you. Over time, these deliberate acts of compassion will weave together to create a legacy of empathy that not only transforms your own life, but also inspires those around you. This is the essence of Stoic compassion, a commitment to seeing beyond the surface, to embracing the shared struggles and joys that define our humanity, and to acting with kindness even when it is most challenging. It is about rejecting the impulse to judge quickly and instead choosing to understand, to connect, and to uplift. The ancient Stoics understood that our inner life and our outward actions are inextricably linked, and that by cultivating compassion within ourselves, we can foster a more just, harmonious, and united world. In our modern, often divisive world, the message of Stoic compassion is both timely and timeless. It is a call to return to our shared humanity, a reminder that despite our differences, we all experience pain, joy, and the universal desire to be understood. By embracing compassion, you not only heal your own wounds, but also contribute to a collective movement toward unity and understanding. Whether in your personal relationships, your workplace, or your digital interactions, the practice of Stoic compassion holds the power to transform conflicts into bridges and isolation into community. As you move forward on this journey, remember that every moment presents an opportunity to practice empathy. Each time you choose to listen deeply, speak kindly, and act with understanding, you add to a legacy of compassion that will endure long after the fleeting trends of modern life have passed. This is your chance to build a more connected, resilient future. A future where every individual is valued, and where the power of empathy guides our interactions. As we reach the end of this journey, let us pause and reflect on the transformative power of Stoic compassion. A power that lies not in grand gestures or fleeting sentiments, but in the steady, deliberate choices we make every day. The practices we have discussed, the art of active listening, the discipline of reflective journaling, the courage to be vulnerable, and the commitment to engage mindfully with both our inner lives and our communities, are not isolated techniques. They are interconnected strands that, when woven together, form a resilient fabric of empathy and understanding. Imagine a life where, in every encounter, you choose to see beyond the surface. Picture yourself pausing before judgment, allowing curiosity and genuine interest to guide your response. Each time you listen intently to another's story, each moment you extend a hand of understanding, you contribute to a subtle yet powerful shift in the collective consciousness. This is the legacy of Stoic compassion, a legacy built on countless small, mindful acts that ripple outward, softening divisions and mending broken bonds. Reflect on the quiet mornings when you find yourself immersed in thought, journaling the raw, unfiltered emotions of your day. In these moments, you have the opportunity to confront your own vulnerabilities and learn from them. Every page turned in your journal is a step forward on your path, a record of progress that chronicles not just your triumphs, but also the challenges that have taught you the true nature of empathy. This ongoing process of self-discovery and introspection is the cornerstone of a life lived with authenticity. It reminds you that compassion begins at home, within the sanctuary of your own heart, and then extends outward to embrace others. Consider the impact of mindfulness in your daily routine. In a world saturated with distractions, be they digital notifications, the relentless pace of urban life, or the clamor of superficial exchanges, mindfulness becomes an act of rebellion. It is a deliberate, empowering choice to remain present and to engage deeply with the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. By anchoring your awareness in the present moment, you create a space where the chatter of external noise fades away, leaving you with a clear mind and an open heart. In that clarity, You begin to perceive the common struggles and joys that unite us all, recognizing that every person carries their own silent burdens and unspoken hopes. This recognition is the seed from which true compassion grows. In our exploration, we have also seen how conflict, often perceived as an insurmountable barrier, can be transformed into an opportunity for deeper connection. When disagreements arise, the Stoic approach invites you to step back and inquire with gentle curiosity. What lies beneath this conflict? How might I approach this situation in a way that honors both my truth and the humanity of the other? By reframing conflict as a chance for dialogue rather than a battle to be won, you not only defuse tension but also pave the way for healing and mutual understanding. This transformative perspective is particularly vital in today's divided world, where quick judgments and snap reactions often exacerbate isolation and discord. Yet, the practice of Stoic compassion extends even further. It is a call to action, a challenge to transform not just our personal relationships but the broader social landscape. Imagine engaging in community activities that foster genuine interaction, a neighborhood gathering where diverse voices come together in respectful dialogue, a collaborative project where different perspectives spark innovative solutions, or an online forum where empathy and reason guide every conversation. In each of these contexts, the principles of Stoic compassion have the power to create spaces where differences are celebrated, where every individual feels valued, and where the collective strength of the community is harnessed to address common challenges. It is in these shared experiences that the legacy of empathy is truly built, one compassionate act at a time. As you integrate these practices into your daily life, remember that the journey toward compassion is ongoing. There will be moments when old habits resurface, when the pull of fear or judgment seems overwhelming. In those times, return to the core principles that we've explored today. Remind yourself that every person you meet is fighting their own inner battles, and that extending understanding and kindness, no matter how small the gesture, can make a profound difference. Each deliberate choice to act with empathy not only strengthens your own inner resolve but also contributes to a broader movement toward unity and healing. Visualize your future, a life where your relationships are deep and authentic, where conflicts are resolved through thoughtful dialogue, and where your presence serves as a beacon of understanding. Picture a community where every individual, regardless of background or belief, is connected by a shared commitment to compassion and respect. This is not a distant dream but a reality that you can help create by embracing the teachings of Stoic compassion. The legacy you build through these practices is not measured by external accolades or material success, but by the quality of the human connections you forge and the inner peace that radiates from within. As we conclude this exploration, take a moment to reaffirm your commitment to living compassionately. Let the lessons of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus resonate within you, not as abstract ideas, but as practical, daily choices that guide your interactions and shape your character. Each day, as you choose to listen deeply, speak kindly, and act with empathy, you are not only transforming your own life but also contributing to a more compassionate and unified world. Thank you for joining me on this journey into Stoic compassion. May the insights and practices shared here inspire you to look beyond yourself, to embrace every opportunity for connection, and to build a legacy of empathy that endures. As you continue to practice these principles, may you find strength in vulnerability, wisdom in every challenge, and joy in the simple act of being human.